Welcome back to the channel. We're vlogging today. We're going to an Ultra4 race that's being held out at famous Redding Outdoors. I've never been there. It looks awesome based on all the stuff everyone's sharing on Instagram, and pretty pumped to check out an Ultra4 race that's got a lot of rocks in it. And I've never been there, so it's going to be new to me, and it's new to actually to all the drivers because Ultra4's never raced there. So pretty pumped, and let's see what it's all about. Pretty neat area. Can only imagine what the track looks like. All right, we have arrived. Famous Redding Outdoors. Well, this is a bit of a mess. We're all jam-packed in here, waiting to get in, and the race starts in 10 minutes, so we're probably gonna miss it. There's a lot of people here. All right, we're making some progress. All right, so I got signed the waiver and got my wristband from Mid-America staff, and then had to fill out a form for famous Redding Outdoors. There's nowhere telling me where to go, so I'm just following this Jeep, and hopefully we can find a parking spot and where all the racing is. All right, we're coming up on the pit area. Hopefully we can find a spot to park and catch some of the EMC cars take off. All right, we made our way to the start. About half of the field is gone so far, but still catching it. So we're just driving around now, checking out the pit area, and they've got like the start finish line Ultra4 trailer there, and then all the pits are back in there. So let's see what we can find. Got a stock class car that raced yesterday. Got some unlimited cars getting ready up here. Rock Bouncer also. Got a neat old Bronco that must be racing the endurance race tomorrow. All right, I'm retracing my steps. I was driving around the pits and figured out a spectator area that's like far down the pits at the end. I was wondering why everyone was walking that way. One part of coming to a new track is figuring out the best spots to watch, and I think I might have found one, but I'll show you the lay of the land before I walk over there. We're back at the start line. Cars come off through here. You can sit here and watch the live stream if you want, but I'm gonna walk to that spot that's way down there. But here's the Ultra4 merch trailer. I already grabbed my event t-shirt, and let's get to walking. Got some 4400 cars getting prepped. They're gonna be taking off here in a couple hours. So everyone in the pits, when I was driving through, you could tell they're giving their cars one last look over. Here's the hot pit area. Looks like we got one car finished a lap, and they'll be coming back through here and pitting, and then taking off back that direction to go out on the second lap. All right, here's that spectator area I found. Hopefully it's worth the walk. So it looks like you can go off that direction or continue this way. We'll see what this brings. All right, we're making our way over. I don't know if the Hey Dudes are the shoe of choice for rock climbing, but we're doing it.
Car down here. Jess. Jess.
So that was a pretty neat spot over there. We're gonna move down here and see what these rocks are. Walking back to the finish line to catch the leaders. And here's that Bronco. It's got the quarter elliptical. It's pretty neat. They're running an endurance race tomorrow.
They're feeling pretty beat up right now. The drivers.
So I was watching the live stream, the tail end of the 4800 race, or the MC race, and they said there was a backstretch viewing area, so I'm trying to drive down and find it down in the valley. Alright, I made it down in the valley, the backstretch. The cars are coming up through these trails. This is a high-speed area. I don't think I'm going to watch because I want to watch the start of the 4400 race and then head down back to the rocks. But for sake of the video and checking this out, I wanted to drive down here. Pretty neat trail to get in and out of the high-speed valley area.
Live racing here very soon.
And there is our 4400 Unlimited Grid lineup presented by Prominent Page, rounding out that
versus Boone McGilton. Paul gets the whole shot off of Boone.
start line for our race for the 4400 by Good Boy Vodka. We will see who gets the whole shot.
Randy Motorsports, drag racing, Eric Miller and Ethan Stowers are the winners down Pennsylvania Rick Murray out of Woodland, Indiana with a Huntsville Motorsports.
Alright, we just watched all the 4400 cars take off the line, and they'll be going through that high-speed section. And so we could have gone there, but now I want to go watch the rocks again because the action's just too good over there. As you can tell, a lot of people have the same idea. Oh, while I'm walking, I got like a 3/4 to a mile walk. Might as well give an update on the weather. As you can tell, it's partly cloudy now. Earlier it was super hot and humid. It rained the night before, so all that water was evaporating in the air. I was probably pretty much drenched in sweat for the most part, but now we got a slight breeze and the weather's actually pretty nice. All right, so that was awesome watching the 4400 cars come through the rocks. I'm headed back up to the start finish line. I stayed in the same spot the whole time because I felt like that was such a good spot right there on the action, right next to the cars. And currently Paul Wolf is in physical lead, and I think it's Josh Blyler is right on his tail. So I'm gonna want to catch him. I think they took the white flag this lap, and I want to catch him across the finish. So let's get to walking back.
The dash looking for some stuff. So it is an electrical issue of some sort for Paul Wolf. What a tough break. He was been out front all time. So how far back is Philip McGilton or Josh Blyler? That must be Rusty Blyler if I had to guess, because that is a wrong bump. Your battery falls off, and is your car going to die? This is going to be interesting. The white flag is out for Paul Wolf.
But where we have it on the hood of his car.
Started in that front row and never looked back. Philip McGilton grabbing the checkered flag for the 2023 famous Reading Rumble presented by Project X.
Wow, what a great race that is. Chad Hunt, that was right behind him.
USA victory, unofficial.
Such a good race. All right, we're making our way out of famous Reading Outdoors. That was an awesome day. Super fun to watch these Ultra4 guys run. They're so intense. And that 4400 race was 3 hours long. So it's awesome just to continually watch them. Like, they got like 7-10 mile laps in. And you can tell it's a pretty rough drive coming in. But it rained for a while, and I got some clips in there you probably already saw. And man, it changed up the race course quite a bit and made the race more intense and interesting, and definitely kept the IFS cars honest. You know, the solid axles just work so good in the rocks, and they seem to have a lot more traction once it started raining. And Philip McGilton and the Blylers ended up closing the gap on Paul Wolf, and he pulled into the Amsoil hot pits. I don't know if it's actually Amsoil hot pits, but that's the champ thing. But he pulled into the pits, and they were messing with the battery, had an electrical issue, limped it across the finish line so they could finish on the lead lap, but it didn't go a lap down. So Paul Wolf got past Philip McGilton, got around him in the pits, and then the Blylers, I think one of them, Josh, maybe had to pit or something and lost a lot of time and to Philip McGilton, and he ran an awesome race. I don't know if he ever had to pit, and maybe for fuel, but didn't have a flat. He was on BF Goodrich tires, and those seem to be really good tire for Ultra4. A lot of people are on Nitto because I think they sponsor quite a few drivers and do a lot for the sport, which is awesome. But BFG tires, man, they just seem, in off-road world in general, to be one of the best tire. But yeah, overall, super pumped I came out for this, and every time I go to an off-road event, I want to get the vehicle I'm watching. So hopefully in the future we can make something happen there, but I'm definitely still focusing on short course for now. And thanks for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for anyone that couldn't make it out to this race to see what it's all about, and maybe any racers watching will help them determine if they want to come, and any spectators coming to watch, help them navigate this famous Reading Outdoors. So that'll do it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Here's a good look at an active mine that's just right down the road, and it could be owned by the same people that own Reading Outdoors, so pretty neat.